Yesterday, many people were deeply saddened by the death of Dr. Li Wenliang. He died from coronavirus infection, a deadly virus that Dr. Li and 7 other doctors firstly warned the public about on Chinese social media. Citizens put flowers at the gate of the hospital where Li died as a way to memorize him. The response on Chinese social media about the death of Li has been very strong since yesterday morning. A significant reason for people getting so emotional and even angry about his death is that he was reprimanded by the police authority for rumor mongering on social media. The public was also doubtful about the long period of time needed for confirming his infection. Dr. Li was hospitalized on January the 12th, and his infection had only been confirmed on February the 1st. In fact, a lot of the dissatisfaction that people now have towards the Wuhan government's measures to control the virus spread is on the failure to take swift actions to have things under control at earlier stages of the epidemic. As a matter of fact, the Chinese government has officially announced a thorough investigation into issues surrounding Dr. Li in an effort to clarify the currently controversial public opinions surrounding his reprimanding, infection, and death. Still, this actually touches on the issue of government's rumor control practice. The Wuhan government had been extremely slow in reminding people of the threat of the virus spread, especially in the early stages before January the 10th, 2020. More of the effort of the Wuhan government had been focused on how to control the spread of the rumors on social media in an effort to maintain stability. The Wuhan government also failed to sound the alarm to the public of the great danger as early as possible. When individual doctors started to reveal such sensitive information, the government simply reprimanded them as rumor mongering and creating panic. The incident revealed some problems in the ways rumor control is currently being handled by the government. Curbing rumor mongering should be based on professional advice offered by a third-party independent committee of experts in the specialized field. The decision to convict someone of rumor mongering should be made by this expert committee and the regional government head, who should also be held accountable by the law if their decisions and conclusions turn out wrong. Instead, some bureaucrats in the government do not have the needed expertise and knowledge level to come to a fair judgment of rumor mongering, which requires much medical knowledge in the case of the coronavirus outbreak. What's more, information transparency about future epidemic, if any, also should be improved as long as public panic is not to be triggered. In hindsight, the more important question is, did we ever have a chance to have avoided all these completely? Let's check out the timeline of the epidemic development briefly. On December 31st, 2019, Wuhan firstly revealed cases of pneumonia for unknown causes. On January 1st, 2020, the infamous South China seafood wholesale market was closed for originating the spread of the virus. On January 6th, a doctor in Wuhan hospital was also diagnosed with strange symptoms of pneumonia based on a CT scan. However, the hospital held internal meetings to emphasize that the situation should not be disclosed, especially to the media. On January 10th, a respiratory expert Wang Guangfa told state media Xinhua agency that the epidemic was controllable. It was also on this exact day that China's Spring Festival travel rush, or the Qinyun, began, which marked the movement of over 400 million people across 34 provinces in the nation. On January 20th, the renowned respiratory expert Zhong Nanshan announced that the virus could move from people to people. On January 23rd, the government officially announced a city lockdown in Wuhan. The city lockdown, although necessary, was believed by many as too late, as it was only 2 days before the Spring Festival began in 2020. By the time a lockdown was announced, the majority of the city population planning to return to their hometown to spend the holiday with family, including presumably many infected people, would have done that already. Still, the lockdown measure was indispensable as it resulted in a sharp decline of the people flow, both inbound and outbound Wuhan, compared to same period in previous years, which had helped reduce the total number of infected people moving to other provinces. And today, the total number of infected cases still is rising. The coronavirus spread keeps worsening based on multiple indicators. It is true that there is something to be doubted about regarding the effort of curbing the viral epidemic. Examples include the Red Cross being ineffective, some government officials who barely know what the hell they're talking about and doing.
是啊，我是问他现在收治了多少病人，我是问这个情况，我并不是床位数是那个的，我是问他现在，因为每天都在变化，知道吧？掌握这些情况，那我不知道，我搞不清。
Regardless, it's unfair to say that China's effort has not been effective and transparent domestically and cooperative at the international level. As a country of 1.4 billion people, the Chinese government had mobilized and coordinated a huge amount of human force and resources to help contain the spread of the virus. Doctors and experts from different provinces were dispatched to Wuhan for virus research and help treat patients. The production and transport of masks and other necessary medical supplies and equipment are effectively and swiftly coordinated by the government. Information transparency also is high both at domestic and international level. The government shared information with the WHO in a timely manner to help contain the spread of the virus in the globe. Domestically, the Chinese government also has assumed full information transparency regarding the total number of infected cases on social media. A brand new hospital capable of offering 1,000 hospital beds had been built in a staggering period of 10 days. The entire construction process was aired live on social media. A group of military doctors was sent to help the treatment of the infected patients. Citizens can receive daily text messages on their phones about the coronavirus statistics and methods of how to better protect themselves from the virus. All these measures show the strong determination and concrete efforts of the Chinese government and the Chinese people to win the battle against the coronavirus epidemic. As a regular citizen, we each have a role to play. Stop eating wild animals, keep a fair distance from huge crowds, practice good hygiene, wear a mask when going out, stay calm and united. These are what we could do to help. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. Take care and stay awesome.